สวัสดีค่ะ Good morning. Welcome to Morning Thailand of November 5th, 2013. I am Tulip Naksampop.
And I'm Wanasan Kriyahong. Now, of course,
And
to start today's news is very interesting. If you see yesterday, it's probably something that you're not used to because you probably think, is such a big deal?
true.
Apparently, yesterday there's a press conference, quite big ones. You were thinking that, you might think that is something extremely serious. Apparently, the famous actor Kun Pakon Chat Barirak or Kun Boy has to come out in his teary eyes, apologize for these scandalous pictures. And sometimes when you say scandalous, you're thinking something that quite obscene.
Or out of ordinary.
However, the picture did not really show anything, but it's just kind of indicating that he would just finished
Sexual
having,
intercourse.
exactly, having sex with someone who was the one that took the picture. However, in Thailand here, apparently, we're not really accepting the fact that actors and actresses can have the premarital sexual relationship with others.
Right.
Therefore, that means that once these three pictures, the first pictures, just to paint you a picture here, is just a picture of him actually turning his back, and it was looking like he was putting on his pants, but he was fully dressed. There we go. That was a picture, and you can hardly
That's the
see
only
anything.
one?
Well, that's the one, and another one was showing him asking another lady for directions.
That's
So,
remotely from
I guess the
scandal,
point, yeah, the
right?
point is that he never actually claimed to date anyone. Therefore, this
Right.
particular girl whom he met in South Korea when he was actually on his trip there, she's a Thai woman who lived in South Korea, and apparently she was the one that released these particular pictures, or at least she was for sure the one that took them. And it came out in the media. At first he denied it, but later on, as more people are digging deeper into these particular pictures and such, he finally realized that he has to come out and accepted that yes, that was him, and yes, he did have sexual relation with this particular person, but he did not disclose who she was. And his mother has to be there as well. Now, mind you, Kun Pakon is 29 years old, and his mother, Kun Ngamtip Chat Barirak, was there as well to give him support, as well as explaining to everyone that once she heard about this, she felt bad, but she thinks that it's good that at least he admitted to what he has done. And of course, trying to apologize for it at this point. As you can see, he's
teary eyes.
Yep.
Right.
And a lot of I guess, people that looking after him, especially his manager and such, has come out and talked about this particular issue. And these are his fan clubs. They all accepted his apologies and felt really bad for him that this has to happen. Now they say that at this point, after the press conference and such, he went down to meet with his fan club, and he once again apologized to them. And the fan club say that it's okay, we still love you, and they all gave him a group hug, so that caused him to cry even harder. So at this point, if you're wondering what is going on, apparently Kun Pakon has to come out and apologize for the fact that now everyone knows that he has sexual relations before marriage. Yes.
That is just, I first time I saw the news, I thought there would be something more scandalous or out of ordinary.
But that's the thing. He always have that good boy image, you know. He's like one of the actors that a lot of
never really have any
exactly.
news about this stuff. I think it would be more shocking if he was sleeping with a man.
Okay. Well,
But
that would be his choice too.
Yeah,
It's okay.
No, I'm talking about the value of the news to be scandalous.
Well, yeah.
Because he portrays himself as a straight man. So straight men sleep with a woman. I don't see it unusual.
Yeah, but then that's the thing about our culture, right? Like, we're not really accepting that fact. The thing is, technically is his personal life, and
True.
technically that should not be that big of a deal.
True.
But at this point, it became such a big deal that even
On first
we
page
were
news,
shocked
yeah.
that why would that
Be a
even-
big deal.
Why did he even have to cry for it? I'm not quite sure, but yes, that Thai culture for you. So if you have heard a lot of your friends talking about this particular case, that was what happened.
Moving on to the next news, this one happened in Pisanulok. This is something can turn out to be really dreadful and scary. Good thing no one died from this incident. Yesterday there was a report that a couple, a 60-something years old couple that received first aid, non-prescription drugs from the provincial public health authority during the flood relief. They took the medicine. Some of them that they took is actually a digestive tonic that help with stomach problem, and they feel stomach pain. So they check on the bottle. It's actually expired since 2 years ago. 2 years ago is too long because they just got all this first aid non-prescription in October, which is only last month. So the reporters went to talk to them, so they show the packages, all the drugs, non-prescription drugs they got from the authority, and finally that particular bottle expired since May 7th of 2011. So they checked some other bottles, some of them expired this year, but in March. So finally they talked to the village headman, the one that handed out all this drug set. He said that he got all this set in October along with another 5 villages in Pisanulok province, and he got it from provincial public health of Wang Thong district on December 8, 2012. Even though he got this in December last year, but these drugs already expired since a year before. So the reporter went further and tried to talk to the director of the health support hospital of Ban Dong Pluang in Pisanulok province, the one that actually given out all this non-prescription drug set to 6 villages total. Yupa Gitdrung Watana, the director of the hospital, said that when it was during flood in September and October, the province or these villages didn't really get the budget to help with the first aid yet. So what she did was she brought all this first aid non-prescription drug set that she got from the provincial public health department in Wang Thong district since December last year, 2 big cases, and given out to all these people. And somehow they didn't check out the expire date. So as soon as they realized that some of these drugs actually already expired, she actually called it back. So by that time, she said she has sent out officials to explain to the people and take it all back, but apparently there are still another 5 villages that didn't really receive the news that these drugs actually expired. So the reporters trying to get contact with the provincial public health department of Wang Thong district, but they said the doctor actually in charge of this office is busy with other business somewhere else, so they're unable to contact the source of this drug yet. But apparently it came from the government itself, the government unit itself, the public health ministry. And even though it has been given out in December 2012, but most of the drugs expired since 2011. Some of them even expired in 2010. So I believe this will be investigated further because this can be deadly. Good thing that no one died from this. Some of them got really bad stomach pain, but that's about it as for now.
All right. Okay, with that crazy expired drugs news,
That's
apparently,
scary.
yeah, a lot of incident that took place. Another incident that yesterday I talked about a monk assault a fellow monk. Apparently today another incident took place, but this one is more like a fraud. So we know that right now we're in mourning for His Holiness, the Supreme Patriarch, and apparently a lot of people are taking advantage of this particular time. Unfortunately, at this time, they say that there has been a fake letters that has been sent out to various temple requesting what they call almost like a donation or money for 10,000 baht per temple to actually, what in the letter at least claim is that for the temples to be as an expenses to get all the monks to come to Bangkok and pay respect to His Holiness. And of course, in this particular case, it create quite a bit of concern, especially for the secretariat to His Supreme Patriarch at this point. He has to come out and say that there has been these letters that were sent to various temple, and they warned that not to fall into this. This is actually fake. It's not real. This is not issued by the National Buddhism Association, not at all. Plus, they say that yesterday in the evening, there also a monk dressing in a robe and such opened what they call the donation center inside around the area of where a lot of people get a chance to pay respect to His Supreme Patriarch. Apparently, this particular donation spot giving out food and such as well, but they claim that technically they're not supposed to have any amulets sold or any of the donation boxes around the area at all because they don't want it to be a commercial spot. But it seems like there's at least one monk in around the area, so they have to requested the assistance from the police and escorted that particular monk away from the area. And at this point, they are trying to voice concern and once again rest assured to all the Buddhists that this is not a commercial event. This is a chance for all the Buddhists to pay respect, last respect to the late Supreme Patriarch. So there will be a lot of souvenirs and a lot of information given as the exhibition will be there still in terms of the background of His Supreme Patriarch himself. Therefore, that means that everything at this point that has been organized are mainly for educational purposes as well as to pay respect to His Holiness. Therefore, that means that if you have seen any irregularities or any commercial light that seems to take the advantage of this particular event, make sure you report it to the police because this is not what they are hoping for.
Okay. They just take it as an opportunity.
Yeah, and
These people are very creative. These people are very creative. They better use their time and brain for something else.
That's true.
Okay. So yesterday we reported about salted water crocodile spotted in Phuket province. And this is actually unusual because normally there haven't been any report of anyone seeing the live salt water. They saw carcasses beached in Phuket before, but not the live one. So right now, what Phuket province is doing is the governor, along with the Marine and Coastal Research Center, has sent out some officials that patrol the area along the stretch of 7 kilometers of Mai Khao Beach in Thalang District, Phuket province, to make sure or trying to see whether it's still there. They haven't found the crocodile yet since the tourists spotted it over the weekend. But they sent out this patrol unit since Sunday, and for the time being, every hotel along the Mai Khao Beach actually have their red flag up. They barred all the tourists from getting into the water just for safety precaution. So the province, the governor said it will be until further notice that they make sure that this is actually safe for the tourists. And beside human patrol, they also set up infrared camera.
Okay.
Just, I'm not sure how much it could help. They didn't give out much detail about the infrared camera itself, but they said it will help scan if there is any of this kind of marine life in the water. So currently, they haven't seen these crocodiles again yet, but the governor, Maitri Intusut, the governor of Phuket province, actually said, this is out of ordinary, and of course, Thai staff of these hotels scare for the tourists that they will get harmed, but the tourists themselves actually excited.
Okay.
And they're not really scared. I guess for them it's just something new and exciting to see saltwater crocodile in Thailand. And they believe that normally, the governor said normally this kind of animal will try to stay peacefully far from the crowd, and normally they don't really come out to show themselves, to people. Then they tend to just stay away. So most likely, for the time being, this is a high season. For the time being, anyone along that coastline, 77 kilometers of Mai Khao Beach, just to have to stay alert.
Yeah, and even though you're not scared, I don't think you should go and look for one
True.
either without
True.
any proper equipment
True.
and such. All right, let's take a short break because when we come back, we have a lot more interesting information, especially the updates that you have, Kuntulip,
On the capsized ferry in Pattaya.
And I have once again Southern violence to report, so please stay tuned.